begin preparing a story to deliver to an audience?
Well, you probably heard of Mrs. Beaton, who wrote a very famous cookery book, I think it was, say in the 1600s, Tim. And her recipe for making hare soup started like this. Number one, first catch your hare. And if you were going to tell a story, the first thing is to catch your hare. You have to have a good story. And if you have a good story, a really good story, that's about 95% of all that you need, in my opinion, to tell a story. A good story almost tells itself. So once you've got the good story, you're well away. Now you might say, where do you get stories? You get stories everywhere. You get stories in books, television. You get them from people that you meet in the street and the pub, at work, people that you meet in sports clubs, anywhere at all. I'm sure if you were jogging along or something, you might even your mind might be on storytelling, but you'll see and hear things happening as well. So that I know you're a runner, so that's why I mentioned that. So you get your story, and then you have to make out, of course, that the story hangs together. That is one unit. You don't start in the middle of a story and finish in the middle of it. You make sure you have a story, you tell the story, and that's it basically. The job of a storyteller, you might say, is what? Well, what is the job of a storyteller? The job of a storyteller probably is to rouse interest in the people who are listening, because that's what a storytelling is. You put the main character into the story and you confront them, if you like, with a certain situation or problem, and there's a conflict maybe, or there's a problem to be solved, and your listeners want to know what happened. That's your story. And once you have that, once you know what your story is about, your job, as somebody said, is to make them laugh, make them cry, make them wait. The waiting is important. The waiting builds up the suspense. And of course, like anything, you know yourself, you're a good speaker, Tim. You practice it, you rehearse it, you spend time working at it, and try it out on a few people. That's probably the most important thing. Try it out. How does it work? Does it actually work? Do people react well to it? And it has to suit the audience as well, of